Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here, openings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. Hokey smokes. It's a cold day. When I went outside at about 10-ish, there was still frost on some of the grass. So, thumbs up for that. I like it cold. I like heat. I'm a mammal. And mammals like heat. But I perform better mentally and physically when it's cold. So thumbs up for that. And what we have here is Torchlight 2 that I am playing over as I vlog. We can see that here's my character with her weapon and my skills, and if I hit the letter P, this is my pet, my European badger. European badger, because if it was American badger, it would just kill my main character. American badgers are insane. But that's my pet, and we have to talk to people.
I think this is as far as I can go.
Yeah.
Carry on to the Asterian Enclave.
Oh, hush.
But you're on your own.
Yeah.
Warn them that the alchemist destroyed Torchlight, and is headed their way.
I forgot these things were voiced.
You have received a quest.
So yeah, there we go. Now, past that in my life, I have not really had a whole lot happen. It has been the weekend, and it's been the holiday season. The only thing that's really happened is I've gone out walkies. And, oh boy, let me tell you, like I say, as much as I perform better mentally and physically in cold, again, I am a mammal. And I do enjoy heat. Last night, because of how chill it was, this is one thing I don't like. You have to re-click. You cannot hold the mouse button down and go character to character. You have to re-click on each one. Well, most of the time. I remember now, it's like while you're still firing at one person, if you then change your aim to another person, it'll just automatically flip. But if you wait and take out this one, then you have to physically re-click on another bad guy. Very annoying. But life is life. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes. When I went out walkies last night, it was so cold, I put on 2 of this kind of shirt. Yeah, that'll teach you. 2 of this kind of shirt. I put on a, more casual type of shirt that you don't tuck in or any such thing on top of that. And then I had another shirt that I put over that. So I'm up to 4. And then I put on my long sleeve shirt and headed out. And it was still cold. But I'm the person that goes out wearing just shirts. I don't have a coat. I don't want to have a coat. It is so annoying that you have to re-click each time. Drives me nuts. Because there's so many others where you don't have to do that. I love the game Grim Dawn. You don't have to keep re-clicking like this. But past that, it is still a good game. Oh, here, I need to go like this and bring them both up. So, is that a better weapon? 24... Oh, yeah, that is kind of... And then that's 33. Oh, yeah. So, it's a single... two-handed weapon. God, I can English. And then... I don't know, I'll just throw a single point to each of these things, plus another in dex for increased chance to form critical strikes and dodge. Sounds good. Alright. So past that, I have not been doing much. I have been playing a lot still of No Man's Sky. And I'm... Oh yeah, I guess that means I went to a nice area to look through, But everybody else I know, goes out wearing jackets and coats and puffy coats. The kind that really, holy smokes, requires I mean, doesn't require, but heats you up real good. I could not wear that kind of coat. I have in the past, and they are just too much. They will just absolutely destroy me in heat. Because much as I get too cold outside, I also heat up way too quickly. And if I'm just wearing a big old coat as my heating, then I don't really have any options when I get too warm. I can't just take off the coat because then I'm freezing. Hi, dude. And then, yeah, you're out of it. So let's take the boots, and then let's take care of these clowns. That was easy. Then they are clowns. Let's see, and then I had, do I want to heal or save it? So let's take a look at this again. 29, yeah, there's everything I got is already better. So, alright. I should probably explore it down this way, though, because this goes in the opposite direction of where I'm supposed to go. You go eat them, Badger. I like the way my Badger just eats them. That was not very nice of you. How dare you try to protect your own life. So, yeah, I have just been playing games. I've been thinking, which is what I use my travel outside and go walking time for. If I don't have any time to head out and go walkies, I don't really have any time to just think and try to remember all the stuff that I've come up with for my inside-outside Razor's Edge with cryptids and solo RPG setting. Or try to do my very best to think of new things. But at a bare minimum, I do like to remember the things that I've thought of. I think that's kind of important. Hi. That'll learn them, won't it? So, being that I talked a bit about my creative setting yesterday again, with the separation of time that happens, I thought I'd also talk about some more things about my setting. Because as I've mentioned, that there's the inside, which is this universe with a ton of extra universal energy stored within it. And because of these energies, the world is fascinating and amazing. And we're out here on the outside where we don't really have those energies available to us. And so there is far less available out here than there is on the inside. But there is some things. Now, everybody who is born on the Razor's Edge or on the inside has the ability, thank you, to step. And depending on your abilities, your stepping can be either great or poor, which makes sense if you're a person. But what I mean by stepping is there are gates that lead from where we are on the outside through the Razor's Edge to the inside. Oh, do I have a key? No, of course not. Maybe I'll get one later. And everybody on the inside can travel through gates and doors. And when you have this extra universal chromosomal set hooked up so that you can identify and use these things, it's almost like except of course you don't really see any of this. It's not like a real heads-up display, but you are aware of gates and doors and all that around you. Now there's this guy.
What's your business here?
Oh, okay. Well, so what do I do now? Okay. Oh, I gotta select the reward. I'll take a tunic, thanks. Okay. So everyone on the inside, outside, and the inside in the Razor's Edge, and there are billions of ways to get from our world to the inside through a Razor's Edge. There's nothing really special about the fact that the Razor's Edge I talk about is a Razor's Edge, a transition point between this universe and this universe. They're all transition points, but they all lead to different islands on the inside, and so there's different worlds and places and people and events. But everybody that's on the inside, or the Razor's Edge, born there, has the ability to see these gates and doors that lead from one universe to another. But also, when you have this ability, you can also see things like, I call them glamours, but they're just no real other word for it. You can use it as, if you're thinking of a place that you want to go from where you are, and you've been there so that it's in your address book, all these connections of points between glamours between you and there are lit up on a sort of chain, and you hook onto that and start stepping, and it follows this line to where you want to go. And there are layers on the Razor's Edge, which are like in a multiverse, where instead of traveling from universe to universe, it is just a separate layer where differences are. So if you wanted to travel 10 miles between where you are and where somewhere else is, they may not be on your layer at all, and you're stepping and traveling through micro layers to get there. Someone with not much ability is going to only be able to take large steps. And those who have a great amount of ability can take smaller steps through micro layers. There are those that... Who do I have to talk to here? There are those that can step without actually taking a physical step because their ability is so great, they're not there anymore. And there are those that, because of their lack of ability, yeah, well, sucks for all y'all, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll take it even though I can't use it. Yeah. Scout the Wellspring Temple. Okay.
You have received a quest.
Yes, I have. I could try selling to people, I suppose. Hi, what do you got to tell me? Sure, sounds good to me. Got another quest.
You have a new quest.
Okay, waypoint portal. Can't. And so you can step and travel between doors, which will take you from the outside to the Razor's Edge, and from the Razor's Edge to the inside, or you can use individual glamours to travel within these areas. There's not really enough energy to travel a whole lot in the outside where we are, but there is some. Now, about 2% of the population out here on the outside has that extra universal chromosomal set also activated, and so they can walk and step and move between these gates and doors. It's very rare. Very small number of people can do it, and when you do, depending on where you are, you may travel into a wonderful Razor's Edge that may take you to great places and then onward onto the inside, or it might be a not so wonderful place. But in the case of where I talk about, it is the kaiju that I talked about the other day, which is an incredibly powerful being that only one of which has been caught in the history of this universe and never will be again. But it, while hating humanity, is so much above us that it is powerful and intelligent. It can see the Razor's Edge as if it were just a flat map. But it's not. Because it is the Apple Rock layer, where you come in from where we are here, and you travel into the Razor's Edge, you go to one place. onto the Apple Rock layer, and you come out either far away from the city of Apple Rock or closer to it, depending on random chance where you show up. And generally people make their way to Apple Rock. But again, it's the Apple Rock layer with the town/city of Apple Rock, and it's called Apple Rock because of what looks like a gigantic apple overlooking the city. It looks like a gigantic Granny Smith apple. It's the shape of a gigantic apple about the size of a city block. It's vaguely green, as if it were a giant apple. Granny Smith apple.
I need your help.
Okay, yeah, I'll go in there, sure.
You have received.
But it's not an apple or a rock. It is the kaiju that curls up, because the kaiju is covered with body armor. But this body armor is only on the outside of its body.
You have gained an experience.
And, God, just shoot the thing. Thank you. And when it lays down and curls itself back up, all of its body armor fits together seamlessly. When you see this thing, it looks like a gigantic apple. But when the kaiju stands up and starts rampaging, you get to see what it really is as the armor opens up and the creature starts to wander around. Now, the kaiju, the inside of the apple, is so much larger than the outside, because it opens up and uncurls into a very, very large beast indeed. But this apple, which is the kaiju, is up on a clearing on Apple Rock Mountain, overlooking the city of Apple Rock. And about every 4 to 6 years, the kaiju comes down and rampages through. How many points do I have? And just rampages through the city. And it may eat just a couple hundred people or a couple thousand people. And what happens in the context of my story that I would one day like to do is it takes place over the span of a year. And about a month into that is when the kaiju rampages and destroys Apple Rock. Normally it just eats a couple thousand people. There are 20,000 people in Apple Rock, 5,000 people that live in support villages, farms, manufacturing, and all that, where people don't want to do it inside the city, so it's outside. It's a grand total of about 25,000 people in the area. And when this all starts, the beast ate, they can verify, about 12,500 people. Another 2,500-ish are they can't find, but with all the explosions that happened in the city that granulated large portions of it, they know they're never going to find the people. And the beast just rampaged, did all that, and then went up to sit on the... kind of sit on the... but go back up to the clearing and then just go back to waiting. And the people of the city of Apple Rock, they don't really have much choice of what goes on in their world and how they react to things. The kaiju is able to work on and adjust what happens in its body. Now, it too has waste products. After all, it's eating a lot of people. But its waste product, after devouring however many people it eats, is a odorless and tasteless gas that it just exudes out of its skin. And it has been able to work on and adjust this waste product so it is a complex molecule that, as it breaks down into metabolites from a person's liver, it takes different effects and still does stuff to people until finally it is eliminated out of their systems. It just produces feelings of camaraderie, of community, of just Apple Rock being the best place on the planet. Everyone who lives within Apple Rock is inundated with this gas, and even after a rampage, because of this, people do not feel terror. I mean, they do. It takes a while, and in fact, it takes about a week or so before people really start recovering from this latest rampage. But even when they're looking around at the people and rebuilding their city after the beast came and rampaged, they just have feelings of camaraderie and community and love for their fellow citizens. They could not imagine moving out of Apple Rock. Hey, buddy, I don't know how I got up there, but I don't like you up there. Even with this latest rampage, where it eats 12,500 people, it's not long before people are just... Well, it's about a week after the rampage before somebody comes up with t-shirt designs. And then they start selling the t-shirts where it just says, "I survived Night of Terror, Common Era 1114. Because it is the Common Era of 1114, the Crimson King in Crimson of the Crimson Kingdom declared the Common Era when he founded his kingdom, the Crimson Kingdom, 1100 years ago. But and it's a high resolution picture of the monster with its mouth open, filled with chewed and, well, obviously dead human beings, with a handful of crushed and dead human beings. High resolution, like 4K, printed on the shirts. "I survived Night of Terror." And when people see these, they're like, "Oh my God, I need one." And so, quite quickly, people get used to the idea and just live with it. Because of that gas that they cannot escape. It is heavier than air. It has oxygen within it, so that even as you are breathing it in, it is not negatively infecting your body. And absolutely everybody is affected by this gas that lives in Apple Rock. As you leave Apple Rock, the effect gets far, far less powerful. It is for some people so strong that they can't even think of leaving Apple Rock, let alone moving somewhere else. Just the thought of going outside the city limits can cause a panic attack. Whereas for some people, they can leave and they always think of Apple Rock as just a wonderful place. Just awesome, and everyone should go there. And when they come back, memory doesn't prove them false, because as they breathe in that gas again, Apple Rock is even better than they remember. And hey, if you could like, comment, share, and subscribe, that'd be very cool, because son of a gun, I went and talked for like way too long again. A thumbs up for that. And each and every one of my Patreon patrons, you are beautiful and awesome people. Thumbs up and thank you. Your help is appreciated. This aging mammal, of course, finds it difficult to survive in a world where, well, aging mammals are not valued. Yay for that. For everybody that leaves me. Oh. Okay, my pet. Pet. Well, I have to go that and then just, oh God, well, forget it. I'm just going to talk. And I read every comment that people write. I thumbs up every comment that YouTube lets me, and I answer as many as my nerve compression will allow, which these days is pretty good, but it ain't going to be forever. Still, thumbs up. Thank you. That is appreciated. And I also play an internet game of, whoa, I have a spell. An internet game of either calling out a secret word or a writer's prompt, of late mostly just secret words, and asking them to be written into the comments, of course, for blatant engagement farming. And the last people that played were Jesse Koskinen, thumbs up and thank you, Leo Tom Music. Go check out Leo Tom Music's channel, very, very cool. We have Big Frogum 7133, thumbs up, thank you. It is greatly appreciated, definitely a thumbs up. There is Sir Schmuckle, always good to see you in the comments, definitely a thumbs up there as well. And Toilet Decimator, greatly appreciated, and always good to see you in the comments as well. And what the heck, if you have watched this far, if you could type cloth boots into the comments, that would be very, very cool for, once again, blatant engagement farming, and it is nice to be heard. Thumbs up for that. Is it a requirement? No, of course not, but cool if you do so. So I'm going to take care of myself today. I'm going to continue playing way too much No Man's Sky. Largely what I'm just doing is leaping through black holes and exploring planets in the area before I leap to a new black hole. Set up a base on some area. I'm like 2 million light years away from my first base. But of course with teleporters, I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump. Thumbs up for that. Hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. That would be very cool. But if you can't, do not beat yourself up, because you deserve better. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing.